my name is Angelina and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my July and August book haul. So between July and August I acquired 14 books, which is quite a lot for me. But that is just because in July it was my birthday, so I received a lot of books for my birthday. So thank you to anyone who sent me books. But let's just get right into talking about them. So these first two books that I'm going to show you are books that I have already read, and one I just finished rereading, but they were both gifts from two of my friends, so thank you very much to them. And those two books are What Moves the Dead by Team Kingfisher and A Brush with Love by Maisie Eddings. So What Moves the Dead by Team Kingfisher is a very short little novella, and it follows our main character Alex, who goes to visit her friend's house and creepy stuff starts happening. It is a horror book and it's based on The Fall of the House of Usher by Edgar Allan Poe. I love this book so much. I gave it 5 stars upon my reread as well. Highly recommend. And A Brush with Love is an adult romance following Harper and Dan, who are both in dental programs, and their relationship. Also gave this one 5 stars. Really love it, really recommend it. And I just finished this author's second novel and I gave that one 5 stars too, so definitely an up and coming favorite author. So to carry on with books that I've received in these 2 months that I've already read, next I have Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. I loved this book the first time I read it, and I am planning on rereading it this month. But this is a young adult fantasy romance story that's also very short, but it follows our main character, who is tasked with painting this fae prince, and when she does that she ends up painting him with emotion, which isn't allowed, and things ensue from there. But I really enjoyed this, and I've enjoyed everything by this author as well. So again, another author I would highly recommend. Next I got The Troop by Nick Cutter. This is a horror novel following this group of Boy Scouts who are on this island, and they end up getting stuck there when a mysterious stranger shows up and bad things happen from there. This is one of my all-time favorite horror books. I'm so glad to finally have a copy of it. And as I've been saying, highly recommend. I almost forgot to include The Heart Principle by Helen Hoang. This is another gift from one of my friends, so thank you to them. Sorry that I didn't put it with the other two. But this is an adult contemporary romance. It follows Anna and Quan and their sort of relationship that ends up occurring. This is book 3 in this little series. I'm not sure what the series is called. But this is the least romance heavy of the 3, and all the books in this series include autism rep, which is wonderful to see in books. This is my favorite in the series. I love this one so much. Highly recommend. And these next 3 books are all books that I included in my August wrap-up, so I will include that in the cards and in the description below. But those 3 books are The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary, What We Harvest by Anne Freistat, and I Kiss Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. So I have read all 3 of these. The Road Trip I gave 3 stars. What We Harvest I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I Kiss Shara Wheeler I gave 2 stars. So The Road Trip is an adult romance, second chance. It was very messy. Again, I will have that wrap up linked so that you can check it out and hear more of my thoughts. What We Harvest is a YA apocalyptic horror book. I love this one, and this is a debut, so I'm excited to see what else this author ends up writing. And I Kiss Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston is actually one of my biggest disappointments so far this year, but this is their YA contemporary mystery debut. Now let's talk about some of the books that I got that I have not yet read. The first being The Genesis Wars by Kimi Dawn Bowman. This is book 2 to The Infinity Court, and this follows our main character who when she dies, she ends up in this sort of like AI afterlife type place. It's super interesting. I love the first book and I can't wait to read the second one. And it is on my September TBR, so hopefully I actually end up getting to it. Another one that is on my September TBR is The Spanish Love Deception by Lena Armas. This is an adult romance, and all I know about it really is that it takes place in Spain. I've heard lots of good things about it, so I'm excited to read this one. And my September TBR, which is also my Bookopolis TBR, will also be linked in the cards and in the description if you want to check it out. Next I have Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. This is a YA fantasy book, and all I kind of know about this one is that it follows our main character who collects the souls of people who die at sea and like blesses them to help them go to the afterlife. I am in love with this cover. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Hopefully I will get to this one very soon. Next I got All the Fuels by Olivia Dade. This is an adult romance. Again, I don't know too much about this one. I like to kind of go into my books sort of blind, but I believe this one follows these two characters who are on the set of the filming of a show or something, and I believe our main character Lauren is tasked with keeping Alexander in line because he's been getting in trouble. I think that's what this one is about, but I've heard lots of great things about this book and this author in general, so I'm excited to give it a try. And then I got Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I absolutely adored The Love Hypothesis when I read it, and this is their second full-length novel. I didn't enjoy Ali Hazelwood's novellas, but I'm excited to give their full-length novel a try. Hopefully I love it as much as I did The Love Hypothesis. But yeah, I don't know anything about this, just that it's an adult romance. And then I got Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shay Earnshaw. This is one of my most anticipated releases of the year. I have been following this author on social media and like hearing all of her like tidbits and sneak peeks about this book. I am so excited for this. I am a massive fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm so glad that we're actually getting a Sally retelling. I don't know too much about this, just that it is a Sally retelling from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I cannot wait to get to this, most likely in October, but definitely one of my most anticipated releases, and I'm so excited to get to this one. And that is it for my July and August book haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment of whatever you feel like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!